This is News 8 Now, This Morning.
This year it's more of like a look how much a difference a year has made, and now we're securing the building, we're having the hot dog lunch, you can see it's a packed house.
I want to just make sure that residents are aware that while rare, we are starting to see, just due to migration, the ticks those specific ticks that carry it, we're going to start seeing them in the they're
might be able to identify some mental health needs, some potential substance abuse concerns that maybe a kid has, or just questions that they have about their physical and mental health.
Good morning, everyone. That was your morning eye opener. I'm Dua Shar.
And I'm Derek Sibley.
It is July 20th, 2023. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday and happy pre-Friday.
Pre-Friday. We are ready. We are inching closer to the weekend,
Yes,
and I am so ready for it.
Same here.
It's been a long week.
Sure has.
But it's also starting to get very, very warm out there.
Yeah, we are on the backside of a cold front though, so it's going to be a little cooler here today. Yeah, and next week. Well, I mean, so, today's going to be a pretty nice day though, I'm not going to lie.
It was very muggy today, like outside.
Next week, we're going to be warming up quite a bit though. We got highs in the 90s, so we'll get to that here a little bit later. Right now, we are tracking the leftover remnants of the showers and storms, mainly well to the east, but you can see over the last 12 hours over that satellite and radar loop, yeah, we had a lot of showers and storms that rolled through the Chippewa Valley. Some of them even produced some strong gusty winds, even some hail, even some funnel clouds, as you can see, as indicated by the arrows there over the last 24 hours. Now, luckily, all those storms have cleared the area, but yeah, definitely some crazy storms there. Current temperatures are into the 60, 61 degrees in Eau Claire now. It's 67 in La Crosse. We're at 54 at Sparta. Temperatures in Winona are currently at 61. And overall, your planner looking at mostly sunny skies. Temperatures into the 60s through 9 o'clock. Then we're in the 70s here by the late morning, and then upper 70s to low 80s. Feeling good here today, this afternoon, under mostly sunny skies. And we got a northwest wind behind that cold front here too, at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. All right, stay tuned. I'll have a check on that full weather forecast in a few minutes. We'll talk about what your weekend could be looking like. And as we jump into next week, we mentioned it's going to be turning pretty hot. More details on that in just a bit. Dua?
Thanks, Derek. Well, let's get to some news this morning. A 19-year-old accused of first-degree intentional homicide was in court for a hearing. Sage Hickey is accused of shooting and killing 15-year-old Storm Vondrashek in La Crosse in June of 2022. Hickey's lawyer told the judge he and the state agreed on asking for a plea and sentencing hearing before trial. The judge also admitted some virtual items the defense claimed proved that Vondrashek wanted revenge against Hickey for another issue. Hickey previously pled not guilty and claimed self-defense. He has been out on a $10,000 cash bond. A Black River Falls man who pled guilty to child sex crimes will spend more than a decade behind bars. Casey Zilmer was sentenced to 30 years for charges related to child enticement, child sexual assault, and possession of child sexual assault materials. Roughly half his sentence will be served in prison and the other half on extended supervision. Zilmer must also be registered as a sex offender for the rest of his life and undergo sex offender therapy. He can never live in a home with any minor children and will have no contact with his victims. Winona County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help to find a man who has been missing since Monday. 59-year-old Bruce Wizza was last seen in the Elba, Minnesota area late Monday night. Bruce is 5'6", 140 pounds, and has brown hair and brown eyes. He was seen wearing a black t-shirt and blue jeans. You can contact the Winona County Sheriff's Office at the number on your screen. The Vernon County Sheriff's Office is asking for help in finding a missing teenager who went missing since mid-June. 15-year-old Erica Parr was last seen on June 13th. She went missing from Milwaukee but has ties to Lafarge. She is 5'6", 150 pounds with light brown hair and blue eyes. If you have any information that could be helpful to finding her, call the Vernon County Sheriff's Department at 608-637-2123. That number is also on your screen. A La Crosse Senior Center used National Hot Dog Day to take stock of a busy and at times challenging year. News 8 Now's Michael Germain has the story.
What a difference a year makes.
1607 North Street is a happening place to be. Memberships are growing.
Everybody's smiling.
After all, the last time this group got together for hot dogs, there were fewer smiles to go around.
That's when we were being threatened with eviction, and we had no idea what the future of Harry G. Olson would hold.
To top it off, the building was in disrepair and needed a new roof. But after much back and forth between the center's directors and the city, a deal was made, allowing the seniors to purchase the building for only $1, cheaper than the price of one hot dog.
We're securing the building, we're having the hot dog lunch, you can see it's a packed house.
The center is putting their past behind them.
A lot of people want to join to help us, get the new sink system in the kitchen, or when we have to redo the bathrooms or whatever's coming, because the building for years has been neglected.
And focusing on improving the building.
Gotten the new roof on, new hosta and rock garden out there.
And today there are more smiles to go along with the hot dogs.
It's fun to be here with all these lovely people, and that's a kind of a nice thing in the world we live in today, to have smiling people.
It was a busy year for the center's director, Erin Goggin, as well. She was elected to La Crosse Common Council to represent District 2 on the north side. The tick-borne illness Rocky Mountain spotted fever is present in Wisconsin, and while it's rare, contracting it can mean significant consequences. A Gunderson Health System infection expert says that 25% of cases of RMSF are fatal, which is higher than average compared with other tick-borne illnesses. A major symptom is abrupt fever. Other symptoms include a headache, chills, fatigue, and aching joints. Meller points out that these symptoms may be signs of other more treatable diseases. That's why it's important to be seen to find out what you're dealing with.
I want to just make sure that residents are aware that while rare, we are starting to see, just due to migration, the ticks those specific ticks that carry it. We're going to start seeing them in the they're around.
Meller says the best way to prevent contracting tick-borne illnesses is by using an insecticide while in wooded areas and tucking in clothing. Officials at Toma Health are saying they're taking a big step into the future with the introduction of its new high-tech Da Vinci surgical system. This new equipment now makes Toma Health one of the 60 critical access hospitals in the U.S. with this device. Toma Health Surgical Services say it will be utilized in general surgeries and gynecological surgeries. They are also planning to use it for urology services in the future.
This was a big investment for our organization, but one that we do believe will pay major dividends both short, mid, and long term, as we believe that this is quickly becoming state-of-the-art technology.
Toma Health says they will continue to invest in their organization, their staff, as well as continuing to invest in tools needed to bring high-quality care to the community. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention report 1 in 36 children has autism. A clinic in Holmen is now open to offer those kids support. Caravel Autism Health offers children with autism services like evaluation, diagnosis, and applied behavior analysis therapy. The center is filled with brightly colored, sensory-friendly spaces designed for children with autism. Therapists will work with children to develop new skills, create connections, and build confidence.
At Caravel Autism Health, we are here to support children and their families through their journey with autism. Starting at the very beginning, we offer autism screenings and diagnostic evaluations.
Caravel has clinics across Wisconsin, including one in Eau Claire. The center also provides support, counseling, and guidance for families impacted by autism. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater La Crosse is teaming up with Mayo Clinic Health System to give free sport physicals to members today. Kids wanting to participate in organized sports have to have a valid physical, but organizers say connecting them to a doctor has the potential for more than just confirming physical well-being.
Might be able to identify some mental health needs, some potential substance abuse concerns that maybe a kid has, or just questions that they have about their physical and mental health.
The sports physical does not replace care or treatment from a primary care provider. Athletes should dress comfortably for the exam and bring their glasses or contacts if they wear those. The event is also open to members of the Holman and West Salem clubs. The La Crosse Agricultural Society is back with a more than 100-year-old tradition. The 132nd annual La Crosse Interstate Fair at the West Salem Fairgrounds is open through Sunday. The fair offers a little something for the whole family, from horse shows, rides, and scavenger hunts to music and life and food. Admission and parking are both free. We have this event schedule on news8000.com. Well, still ahead on your morning news, Netflix is making another change to their subscription service, this time by removing one of its payment plans. Well, for now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Gone are the days when you have to make a tough choice between a Twinkie or a Ding Dong. Meet the newest mashup from Hostess, the Ding Dongs and Twinkies. The mashup features what is basically a Twinkie covered in Ding Dong chocolate in the shape of a Ding Dong. According to the snack company, the mashup will be available at Walmart stores beginning this month and will be a permanent addition. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news at News 8 Now this morning is after the break.
Showers and thunderstorms rolled through yesterday evening and late last night across the Coulee region, especially in the Chippewa Valley and areas just off to our north as well, producing some gusty winds, even some heavy rain and some hail reports here associated with those storms as they move through. Now we're looking at much drier conditions, clear conditions as well, mostly clear with temperatures into the 60, 67 degrees now in La Crosse, 61, a little cooler here for you in Eau Claire. Sunshine will continue throughout the morning, also into the afternoon hours here today. This evening, we're still looking nice and clear with our temperatures this afternoon looking a little cooler behind this cold front that moved through last night. And as a result of that, we're going to be into the 70s and low 80s here today. Definitely feeling very comfortable here this afternoon all across the area with a high of 74 today in Viroqua. And we're looking at 76 in areas like Arcadia and Winona today, 77 degrees in Trempealeau. And meanwhile, in the Chippewa Valley, Eau Claire, you're looking at a high today of 77 degrees. And in fact, many spots looking pretty similar to that here as we head into the afternoon hours today. I'll have a check on that full weather forecast again coming up in a few minutes. We'll talk about what we could be looking like this weekend and a big warm up here as we head into next week.
In your consumer news this morning, Netflix is removing its least expensive ads-free plan for new members in the U.S. and U.K. The basic plan, a single stream for $10 a month in the U.S., is no longer available for new or rejoining members. Netflix says existing basic members can keep their plans. The move by the streaming giant is meant to push customers to its ad-supported package, Standard with Ads. Standard with Ads launched in November and costs $7 a month. It comes with an average of 4 minutes of unskippable ads per hour. Pepsi is bringing back its pineapple-flavored soda in a partnership with Little Caesars. Right now, pineapple lovers can get the fruit on their pizza and wash it down with a tropical pop. Pineapple Pepsi first came out in 2020, but if you want it now, it's only available at Little Caesars and only for a limited time. Russia has announced that they will not continue a deal to safely allow the export of grain from Ukraine through the Black Sea. The new announcement threatens to increase food costs worldwide. But will the U.S. be affected by the lack of grain exports? Gloria Pazmino has the story.
As the fighting continues in Ukraine, Russian President Vladimir Putin announcing his decision to withdraw from a deal brokered by the UN and Turkey to allow grain exports from Ukraine through the Black Sea.
What Russia is doing now is striking at the political stability of many countries.
Ukraine is known as Europe's breadbasket, and it accounts for 10% of the world wheat market.
Ukraine is one of the major grain producers in the world, and countries in Africa and the Middle East in particular depend on receiving that grain.
The move sparking outrage.
It's unacceptable to hold hostage the hungriest people in the world because of some power play and aggression carried out by Moscow.
And dire warnings.
Hundreds of millions of people face hunger, and consumers are confronting a global cost of living crisis, and they will pay the price.
Here in the U.S., experts say people are largely shielded from the direct impact of higher grain prices due to strong domestic production. But the economy is not immune.
The U.S. is looking relatively strong on a global basis, but I do think that some of these sort of shocks, global supply chain shocks, could continue to reverberate and create that uncertainty.
While inflation is cooling overall, energy and food prices still remain stubbornly high, and the U.S. Federal Reserve is poised to hike interest rates yet again.
Russia's withdrawal from the grain deal comes after Ukrainian security forces confirmed an attack on the Kerch Bridge. The bridge is a vital link between Russian-occupied Crimea and the Russian mainland. Well, that's it for your morning consumer news. Let's check in with Derek and get today's forecast.
All right, thanks for that, Joe. We're off to a mostly sunny start, as you can see behind me from City Cam 8 in downtown La Crosse. A gorgeous start here to the day so far. 67 degrees is the temperature. Slightly on the humid side, but it has fallen here a little bit now. Instead of the 90 percentile ranges, now in the 80 percentile ranges. Meanwhile, to the north in Eau Claire, we're looking at relative humidity slightly still pretty humid, 93%, I should say. 61 degrees is our temperature. Current temperatures across the rest of the area, well, 60s for the most part. We're looking at the 50s in Sparta, 54 degrees here for you to be exact. And overall, your planner looks like this. Lots of sunshine here throughout the day, 75 degrees at noon and then 80 mostly sunny at 4 o'clock. Clear skies this evening, temperatures dropping back into the 70s with forecast high temperatures today into the 70s and low 80s. In fact, in Eau Claire, you'll be looking at a high of 76. La Crosse today, you're looking at a high of 83 degrees. Here's that low pressure system now positioned to the east that brought us the stormy weather here yesterday evening and last night. And you can see the trailing cold front here now positioned to our east as well. So we're on the backside of the system. We're getting that northwesterly wind flow behind it. That's sending in some cooler and drier air for us to work with today. That's why we're expecting plenty of sunshine along with high pressure building just downstream of that. Now, meanwhile, last evening and last night, again, we had plenty of showers and strong thunderstorms roll through the area here. And some of these even turned strong to even severe. We had plenty of storm reports associated with these. And you can see areas such as these highlighted arrows indicating where we saw some of those stronger reports. We had funnel clouds reports near Rice Lake, also just outside of the Red Wing area. And we did see some hail reports and some gusty wind reports here associated with some of those thunderstorms in the Chippewa Valley here in general. Now today, a much different story. We are just looking at a few clouds here and there this morning, and the same could be said here as we head into this afternoon with just only a slight chance of a shower, but that's about it. We do expect mostly clear skies as we head into tonight and also as we take you into tomorrow morning. Now tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny skies yet again, maybe mixed clouds and sun if anything. Showers are possible though moving in from the northwest here, so we'll keep our eyes on that, but I think for the most part those are looking very light and not everybody will see those showers. Otherwise, expect partly cloudy skies here for tomorrow. Here's a check on your 8-day forecast, and you can see that we will keep some rain chances as we head into this week, and on Saturday, slight chance of thunderstorms there. Now Sunday, that's when we start to warm up. We'll be into the upper 80s by then. Some spots could even reach the low 90s. I think everybody's going to be in the 90s though as we head into next week here, however, turning very hot here by the middle part of next week, especially as those highs climb into the mid 90s. Only a slight chance of storms for next week, otherwise partly cloudy and just very hot. Stay tuned though, we're back with much more news and weather still to come on News 8 Now this morning. We're taking a quick break with a look what happened on this day in history for July 20th. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Blitz. What a journey it's been the last 11 years for Holmen native Taylor Kohlwey. The former Viking graduated from Holmen in 2012, then went on to set multiple records for the UWL baseball team. And last night, Kohlwey's ultimate goal on that journey was fulfilled as he got to start in a Major League Baseball game. Kohlwey getting called up by the Padres. They were in Toronto. Kohlwey struck out in his first AB, but in the third, drives this one to left. What are the odds of this? Wisconsin native Dalton Varsho snags it. The Wisconsin connection strong in Canada. Let's go to the sixth, third at bat for Kohlwey. He goes back up the middle. Whit Merrifield can't handle it cleanly. And there it is in his first major league game. Kohlwey comes away with his first big league hit. He's going to take care of that ball forever. What a moment for the kid from Holmen. Kohlwey finishes the night 1 for 4. Flew out to Varsho again in the 8th, but his Padres get the shutout win 2-0, so a hit and a victory for Kohlwey in his major league debut. Another Holmen native has been on a tear lately. Aquinas grad And current Golden Gopher Jared Everson has been red hot recently for the Lakeshore Chinooks. Everson currently on a 5-game hitting streak. Check out these numbers over that 5-game stretch. He's batting .357. He's got a double, 2 walks, and 4 runs batted in. Jared's dad, Darren Everson, is the hitting coordinator for the Colorado Rockies. The Legion Baseball Regionals continuing last night in Chippewa Falls for Class AAA. Post 52 got a big win earlier yesterday against Superior to advance to the finals of the Region 1 tournament, but Lacrosse comes up short. Eau Claire gets the shutout win 6-0 as Post 52 season comes to an end. On the hardwood, some big news for West Salem's Tamarian Henderson. The Panthers senior announcing on social media that he's received an offer from the University of Mary in Bismarck, North Dakota. UMary is a Division II program in the NSIC, the same conference as Winona State. So we could potentially see Henderson when he makes the road trip to take on the Warriors. Henderson was an important piece for West Salem last season, helping lead the Panthers to the Division III state championship game. Brewers in Philly last night. Milwaukee going right to work in the second. 2 on for Blake Perkins. He's going to find the gap in left center. At 1 hops the wall. Both runs are going to come in a score on the double from Perkins. Just like that, it's 2-0 Crew. 2 batters later, Christian Yelich is going to find some real estate down the left field line. Brewers take a 3-0 lead. Philly would come back to tie it, but Willie Contreras coming up big in this one. 2 separate RBI doubles as the Brewers get back in the win column. They take it 5-3. That's going to do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Governor Tony Evers signed a bill that aims to promote literacy among Wisconsin K-12 students. The Republican-authored law will use $50 million to create a new Office of Literacy and change how educators teach reading in Wisconsin schools. The new literacy instruction will be phonics-based, emphasizing the sounding out of letters and phrases. In the last Wisconsin Forward exam, less than 34% of third graders were proficient in reading. The Republican bill sponsors say the move will help Wisconsin fix that number. Republicans are proposing an amendment to the state constitution that would prevent officials from closing churches during emergencies. The amendment covers national, state, and local emergencies and would include public health emergencies such as COVID-19. The amendment is part of a wave of legislation nationwide promoting religious freedom in the wake of the pandemic. Wisconsin's top election official says she was interviewed by the FBI in relation to the special counsel's probe into the 2020 election. State Elections Commission Administrator Megan Wolf says she spoke with investigators from both the FBI and Justice Department in April. The admission comes as former President Donald Trump announced he received a letter naming him as a target in the probe, which is investigating efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. For the first time in 5 years, an American is being held in North Korea, and he's from Wisconsin. The U.S. Army has identified the man as 23-year-old Private Travis King from Racine. King was released from a South Korean prison after serving 47 days for assault. King was scheduled to return to Fort Bliss, Texas, and was facing discharge from the military for his conviction in a foreign country. On Monday, King was escorted to customs before leaving the airport and joining a tour of the demilitarized zone, before breaking from the group and running across into the border of North Korea. Our CBS affiliate in Milwaukee made contact with King's family.
We understand the gravity of the situation. It's a very massive and unfortunate thing. However, at this moment, we just ask that y'all kind of like respect our privacy, because this isn't, my mom's lost a son before, which is, so this is weighing very heavily on her.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said the administration was working to figure out where King was being held, his condition, and his reason for crossing into North Korea. She said administration officials would seek his safe return to his family. The Wisconsin Challenge Academy is celebrating its 25th year. The Challenge Academy is an alternative education program for 16 to 18-year-olds. Many of the participants are at risk of not graduating high school on time when they start the program. Challenge Academy runs for 5.5 months. The Challenge Academy's director says she sees a difference once students finish the program.
Challenge Academy saved my son's life. If he wouldn't have came here, I do not think he would be here today.
The Academy is part of the Wisconsin National Guard and the National Guard Youth Challenge program. More than 200,000 teens have graduated from the program nationwide. One state senator hit the road to promote the meal delivery program known as Meals on Wheels. Senator Jeff Smith of Burnswick joined volunteers for a ride-along in Pepin and Buffalo counties. Meals on Wheels is connected with the Aging and Disability Resource Center. The program provides meals and company to area seniors who are homebound. Military veteran Thomas Lorenz was a part of the volunteer group that went on the road with Senator Smith. He regularly volunteers his time delivering the free meals and says the program is more than just dropping off food.
We're not just delivering food, but we're delivering services as well. Quality checks like health and welfare. I've even helped stop a water line break.
Anyone who is 60 or older and is homebound is eligible to get meals from the program. We will have more information about the program and how to get involved on our website, news8000.com. New Richmond, Wisconsin is opening a new wheelchair-accessible park. This comes a year after CBS affiliate WCCO told the story of a mother in the community who wanted to create a playground where her son Will could play more freely. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield went back to the site to check in on the construction and their new Will.
It's all fun and games at this western Wisconsin park.
Are you going to run and push it?
But it's been quite the ride to get here. The playground used to look like that. A year later, it looks like this.
It's happened. It's really happened.
You built it and they came.
And they came in masses.
Teresa DeYoung started this mission in 2018. She wanted her son, who has a Down syndrome diagnosis, to have a playground with solid footing and a ramp for kids who use wheelchairs, a need we shared with our WCCO viewers.
After your story aired, we saw, viewers, I assume we're viewers from WCCO, and they were contributing to the Playground Fund, which just warms my heart that, complete strangers were like, this is a feel-good story, this is a good thing, and we want to help make it a reality.
I think it was Will. He did it.
Will did it, yes.
What they did is raise $500,000 to make this train real.
Do you like your playground?
Yeah!
Yeah!
And there's a lot to like. The sign language board, the stable ramp, the sensory toys, the swings, and the merry-go-round, where Will took his new buddy, WCCO photojournalist Joe Berglove, for a ride.
The cameraman, yeah.
Have you had some moments of emotion with it?
Seeing him just light up and enjoy it, it brings tears to my eyes.
And smiles to the whole family.
Oh!
This playground makes him follow me more for some reason, so I get to play with him more on this playground.
A playground that kids of all abilities can enjoy together.
This just really is all about what he stands for, just inclusivity and being with everyone and loving life.
Which works out great, because these days, the world is Will's playground.
Will's Playground is officially open for kids of all abilities. They will be having a kick-off party in the coming weeks. Details will be on Will's Playground Facebook page. And now here's Derek to tell us what to expect for our morning commute.
All right, thanks for that, Dio. So no need to worry about showers or thunderstorms because they have cleared out here. We were dealing with them last evening and last night. And as they moved through, they did cause some ruckus here, especially up across towards the Chippewa Valley, where we saw heavy downpours. We saw lightning, hail reports as well, even some reports of funnel clouds here too. So some pretty active weather concerns to our north. Temperatures were in the 60s, 61 in Eau Claire, 61 or 67 degrees is the temperature now in La Crosse. And overall, your forecast today calls for mostly sunny skies. Our temperature is pretty seasonable today with that high of 83. Northwest winds slightly breezy at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Now for tonight, temperatures dropping to 59, slightly cool and mostly clear. Winds out of the northerly direction at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now that mowing forecast here, if you haven't had a chance to do that yet this week, it's looking great today. I think today is probably the best bet to do so. It's because it's going to get pretty warm here over the next few days. It will be 75 degrees at noon and then 82, picture perfect here at around 5 o'clock this afternoon. Now stay tuned. I'll have a final check on your full weather forecast coming up in a few minutes. We'll talk about this big warm-up trend that we're expecting as we head into next week.
Well, before we head to break, it's time for today's Look Who's 8.
We got one birthday today, and this is to Bruce, who is turning 88. He loves the Brewers and hanging out with his family. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bruce. Well, if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab on our website.
Well, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Well, it sure is a gorgeous start to the morning, as you can see behind me from City Cam 8 there in downtown La Crosse. No clouds really in sight. It's crystal clear with lots of sunshine. Temperatures at 67 degrees. Wind speeds are coming out of the west at 9 miles an hour. The good news here, too, this morning to report is that relative humidity continues to fall. We're on the backside of a cold front now, so we're starting to feel the drier and cooler air masses moving in our general direction. 61 degrees and partly cloudy skies now is the current conditions in Eau Claire. Looking at westerly winds there at around 5 miles an hour. Humidity still a little high here, however, at around 93%. Our current temperatures are into the 50s off towards the east, like areas like Sparta at 53, Black River Falls at 58, but really we can say the 60s for the majority of the Coulee region this morning. Check now on your today planner. 75 with lots of sun by noon today, and then turning mostly sunny by 4 o'clock. Temperatures at around 80 degrees. We expect temperatures then to fall into the 70s as we head into early this evening here at around 8 o'clock with clear skies there overhead. And our forecast high temperatures today feeling much more comfortable as we had that cold front move through last night, and therefore our temperatures will fall this afternoon for our highs into the mid 70s, and only some spots making it into the 80s, such as La Crosse today. You're looking at a high roughly of 83 degrees. So here's that low pressure system that brought us the stormy weather here for portions of the area yesterday evening and late last night. Those storms are now positioned well to the east. Here's that trailing cold front as well that moved through last night. On the backside, we got that northwesterly wind, so we're starting to feel a little bit drier and just a little bit cooler outside behind that front. Here's a look at the last 12 hours, and you can see those showers and thunderstorms that roll through the Chippewa Valley and portions of northern Wisconsin in general. This did bring quite a bit of some stormy weather in the form of some gusty wind reports, some hail reports, even some large hail reports at times. And there were also some reports of funnel clouds near Rice Lake and just around the Red Wing area here as well. So we had some strong to severe weather activity, mainly focused well to the north, just as where we expected it to be. And as we head into tomorrow, or the rest of the morning today, we are looking at just a few clouds, slight chance of a shower by 4 o'clock this afternoon. I'm expecting mostly sunny skies. We got clear skies in the forecast as we head into tonight as well. And this trend's going to continue as we take you into early tomorrow morning. Just a few passing clouds for tomorrow afternoon, slight chance of a shower. We may see some scattered showers move in from the northwest as we head into later in the day tomorrow afternoon and also into tomorrow night. But other than that, just expect a partly cloudy day tomorrow with high temperatures expected to reach the low 80s yet again. Now by Saturday, we do expect a possibility of a couple of thunderstorms followed by much hotter conditions as we head into Sunday, especially next week. Highs jump up into the low to mid 90s, lows into the 60s and low 70s.
All right, this morning I'm joined by Aaron Ramis from the YWCA. Oh, we're doing a little spin around in the newsroom and we've made it. Well, this morning I'm joined by Aaron Ramis from the YWCA La Crosse and Choya Woods, owner of the Melanin Beauty Bar. They're here to talk about an art fundraiser tonight that will be benefiting the Get Fresh Back to School Readiness event later this summer. Well, first of all, good morning.
Good morning.
It is so lovely to have both of you here today. It's a little early.
Slightly.
It's just a tad bit. Well, what can you tell us about the art sale?
So the Art Immersive is a fundraiser for our Get Fresh Back to School Readiness event. What's nice about the Art Immersive is that our artists not only are donating a piece of art at the end that we'll bid on, and then those funds will go to Get Fresh, they're going to be able to promote themselves. YWCA Lacrosse has done a lot of events like that, Get Seen. We promoted young youth artists, and we're hoping that we can just continue on with this one as well.
And how is the Melanin Beauty Bar involved with this?
So Aaron approached me to be a part of Get Fresh, and being a textured hair little child at one point in my life, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to just give a little bit more.
So the proceeds of the sale are going towards your back to school readiness event. Can you tell me why it was so important for you to do that?
So the back to school readiness event is an all inclusive bundle. Our kiddos are going to get a $50 gift card to, it was Ross last year, it'll be Walmart this year. They're going to get a full backpack full of great supplies. They're going to get their hair done. We have stylists who are specialized in textured hair. We've got braiders. We've got lock artists. I mean, the press break comes and they cater our lunch. The library is super involved in everything that we do as far as Get community events go. It's a great time. It's a come and hang out. It is a pre-registration event. Currently, we've got enough spots covered for 52 kids. We're hoping that we can get more donations of gift cards for Walmart, $50 amounts, and some more school supplies, and then we can just continue more kids.
You mentioned that, you know, part of it is getting kids ready for school and styled. You know, why is it important, especially for kids with textured hair, to go to school feeling confident in themselves?
Your hair is one of the only things that you can change in an instant. And I feel like it gives us, it's our superpower in some ways. So you always need a person that can, you know, iron out the wrinkles in that cape.
I love that. I love that. A good or bad hair day can really make your entire mood. Well, are you accepting donations from the public? And if so, like, how can people donate?
Oh, please. We are definitely accepting donations from the public. You can go to the Reach Center, which is 212 11th Street South. You can make out a check for to the YWCA Lacrosse, and then in the memo, Get Fresh.
And, you know, where can people go if they want to learn more about this event, either participate or, you know, try to give back in any way that they can?
So we're promoting right now on our YWCA Lacrosse Facebook page under events. You can see event for the Art Immersive, which is tonight at 5 p.m. And then Get Fresh is going to be in August. The application form will go live August 1st. And then it's just run and get on there.
All right, and tonight's event, you know, what time is it?
5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the bidding for the art that's donated, that'll go towards Get Fresh, starts at 8 or 8:15.
All right, did you guys want to add anything? I forgot to ask, anything that you want everyone to know?
There's going to be some great food at the Art Immersive tonight. We have a couple of local chefs in the area that are going to prepare some things. So come by 701 Rose Street, Beauty Bar.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys coming out here to talk to us about it. And hopefully everyone will be able to make it out there tonight. And thank you. We'll be right back after the break. In your morning news now, Winona County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help to find a man who has been missing since Monday. 59-year-old Bruce Wizza was last seen in the Alba, Minnesota area late Monday night. Bruce is 5'6", 140 pounds, and has brown hair and brown eyes. He was wearing a black t-shirt and blue jeans. If you have any information, you can contact the Winona County Sheriff's Office at 507-457-6368. That number is also listed on your screen. The Vernon County Sheriff's Office is asking for help in finding a teenager who has been missing since mid-June. 15-year-old Erica Parr was last seen on June 13th. She went missing from Milwaukee but has ties to Lafarge. She is 5'6", 150 pounds with light brown hair and blue eyes. If you have any information that could be helpful to finding her, call the Vernon County Sheriff's Department at 608-637-2123. That number is also listed on your screen. Officials at Toma Health are saying they're taking a big step into the future with the introduction of its new high-tech Da Vinci surgical system. This equipment now makes Toma Health one of the 60 critical access hospitals in the U.S. with this device. Toma Health Surgical Services say it will be utilized in general surgeries and more, including urology services in the future. Toma Health says they will continue to invest in their organization, their staff, as well as continuing to invest in tools needed to bring high-quality care to the community. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention report 1 in 36 children has autism. A clinic in Holmen is now open to offer those kids support. Caravel Autism Health offers children with autism services like evaluation diagnosis and applied behavior analysis therapy. The center is filled with brightly colored sensory-friendly spaces designed for children with autism. Therapists will work with children to develop new skills, create connections, and build confidence.
At Caravel Autism Health, we are here to support children and their families through their journey with autism. Starting at the very beginning, we offer autism screenings and diagnostic evaluations.
Caravel has clinics across Wisconsin, including one in Eau Claire. The center also provides support, counseling, and guidance for families impacted by autism. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater La Crosse is teaming up with Mayo Clinic Health System to give free sport physicals to members today. Kids wanting to participate in organized sports have to have a valid physical, but organizers say connecting them to a doctor has the potential for more than just confirming physical well-being.
Might be able to identify some mental health needs, some potential substance abuse concerns that maybe a kid has, or just questions that they have about their physical and mental health.
The sports physical does not replace care or treatment from a primary care provider. Athletes should dress comfortably for the exam and bring their glasses or contacts if they wear those. This event is also open to members in Holmen and West Salem clubs. The La Crosse County Agricultural Society is back with a more than 100-year-old tradition. The 132nd annual La Crosse Interstate Fair at West Salem Fairgrounds is open through Sunday. The fair offers a little something for the whole family, from horse shows, rides, and scavenger hunts to food and live music. Admission and parking are both free. We'll have the event schedule on news8000.com.
And as you head out the door this morning, temperatures into the 60s here, especially during the later morning hours, nearing 70 degrees by 9 o'clock. Mid-70s here by the early afternoon, and then by 5 o'clock today, we'll be looking at those highs into the low 80s, all under mostly sunny skies today. And overall, a pretty seasonal day in terms of those temperatures. So definitely feeling comfortable out there today, and we are looking at those highs around 82 for tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. Slight chance of scattered showers on Saturday, and also a few thunderstorms possible too. By chance of storms in a couple of days next week, but really the main story for next week is going to be the heat. We're going to be into the 90s.
97? Yeah. Oh my goodness.
We're going to be looking at highs into the 90s next week, and even the low temperatures are going to feel warm too, because on some days, Dua, we'll be looking at lows in the morning in the 70s. So
it already felt that way this morning. I don't even want to imagine what 97 feels like. That's going to be one of the highest we've had all summer, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll have to watch out. I'm going to possibly break out the record books because I want to see, I'm curious now to see exactly how far off we may be with some of those records.
All right, thanks, Derek.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching News 8 Now this morning. Don't forget to keep up with news of the day on News 8 Now at noon. Thank you for watching. Have a great Thursday.